Welcome everyone back to Rimworld! So a little bit of time has passed since the end of last episode. Mainly it was all rebuilding. I did manage to get our reactor back online, so the power grid should be fine now. I've also made the executive decision that if one of these shield generators decides to do what it did, like consuming 3 million watts again, I am just going to go into dev mode and delete it, because that's pretty much what that does. Is it turns off all of our turrets, so we can't run any of our turrets. If we were unlucky and I wasn't fast enough, our main reactor would have just blown up and taken out this entire chunk of the map. All of our food and resources we weren't able to access, so it's just kind of broken if it's like that. But first off, for today, as you can see, our people do also have the plague. But we have a Imperial trader here. Hopefully they have some cheap stuff that's also fairly, decent. Unfortunately, they didn't have much on them, so I just bought 6 advanced components, and I got all of their silver. So, 706 extra silver in the stockpile. In addition to getting all of our people armored up in CATAPHRACT gear, well, apparently Warg 5 has an infection in her right paw, I'm also starting the production of bionic implants. I think the only people who we're really going to give these to are Alligator, and that's only going to be some of them, like the bionic arms and bionic spine. But I think I'm going to give all of them to King, just to kind of make her our mecha soldier, especially as she's kind of our only melee character, and I think that would be pretty cool, having a mecha jetpacking locust armor melee character with a laser sword. So I'm having Barker man our steel artillery to start shelling the Meganoid Cluster, because they have a psychic droner that is a level high, and that's not the greatest thing in the world. So here goes our first shell, and it was blocked. Okay, so it doesn't even affect it at all, and apparently there's no unreserved shells, so I guess we will need EMP shells. And our first threat of the day is a pack of man-hunting grizzly bears. I mean, I guess it's kind of fine. How many grizzly bears? 23 grizzly bears. That's sort of threatening, actually. Alright, here they come. The torrential horde of grizzly bears. I think we got this. This shouldn't be a hard battle. Yeah. Alright. They tried. And even if they get up, remember, King has her laser sword, so I am not that worried about this. 1 or 2, 3 of them are gonna make it. Alright, go melee attack that grizzly bear. Melee attack the grizzly bear with your laser sword. This is a very fair battle. Alright, is that all of them dealt with? There's only one more, and that is all of them dealt with. Alright, we now have two types of shells loaded now. The steel mortar has the EMP shells, and the steel artillery has the high explosive. So I'm going to launch the mortar directly at the mortar shield, and that should down the mortar shield for a little bit. There we go. Okay, she's just launched that, and then we can man the steel artillery. And I just want to make sure that we can catch this on video. There we go. Psychic droner. So there we go. It has been stunned. Disarmed for, as you can see, 0.5 hours. So that's not bad. And then we can fire our steel artillery. There we go. I think that's gonna miss. It hit the valuable stuff. Wow. Okay. That's unfortunate. Oh, wow. Oh. That's a lot of mechanoids. Oh! They dropped inside our base! Guys, try and stop them, please. So there's 3 pikemen, and one of them actually just friendly fired one, so that's pretty great. I'm gonna line our people up like this. Oh, Browning! What? How did you headshot her in the neck when she's wearing a recon helmet with CATAPHRACT armor? How is that fair? What the heck? That's a bit odd. Alright, this should be a fairly easy fight. A keyword there is should. Hopefully Browning doesn't get hurt anymore. Unfortunately, they're actually shooting our wargs. For some... Oh, actually, we just shot them. Alright, there's only one more pikeman inside of our base. I'm actually going to pull back Browning to the hospital. Just because that shot on the neck is actually kind of concerning. Okay, Barker, take him out. Come on. It should... There we go. It's dead. And there should be a few Scythers. There we go. There is 2 Scythers, 3 Scythers, and a Lancer on their way. So I'm going to bring these 4 people down here, as well as Arthur. And then King, you can go tend to Browning. Alright, unfortunately, the Lancers and Scythers are going to get here before our people. But we do have a bunch of turrets, too, so... hopefully those turrets are enough to at least delay them. It looks like they were enough to delay them. No, Hauling Bot 2! Pull back, Hauling Bot 2! Alright, you guys can run and gun too, please. Just to get as much firepower laid down as possible. Yeah. No, Hauling Bot 3! No! Hauling Bot 3 died! Alright. And then there's just this last Scyther. That is now dead. There we go. That is the landed mechanoids dealt with. So I'm just going to continue shelling until we succeed. Just continuously going back and forth between our artillery. And that one's ready to fire. And just doing this until we take out that psychic droner. So after a prolonged barrage of shells and EMP shells, we've managed to take out at least the psychic droner that was here. I also, destroyed a few of the areas around it. But apparently it's decided to catch fire from, I think, lightning. So I think the fire might just kill everything else here. It's about to take out an Inferno turret. Unfortunately, it is raining, but I thought it was kind of important to mention that we did manage to take out the psychic droner. Also, while just looking around, because I'm kind of bored, just waiting for a little bit of research to finish up, the grave that Kazumi is buried in is called the Solitude of Kazumi. An engraving on the sarcophagus shows Kazumi Liu poised over the chess table, her body loose and relaxed. Kazumi is glowing with a gray aura. The work is infused with the idea of devastation, and is done in an unoriginal style. This portrayal relates to Kazumi playing games at a chess table on the 15th of Jugust, 5504. I just thought that was kind of cool. We are also starting the surgeries on our people, so Starry is getting her bionic spine right now, and the surgery failed. Alright, that's fine. You know what? That's wonderful. We have another extra spine, but I guess I'm going to have to queue up another. We were just about to finish our third, but that's fine. We'll make another. But I'm going to be giving Alligator, at least just for now, Alligator, Barker, and Starry bionic spines. Just because Barker and Starry have gunshots in their spines, as you can see here, and it lowers their manipulation by 10%. It lowers their consciousness, but you'll understand when they actually have their new spines in. And progress on a Fearful Building quest that we started, I think, 2 or 3 episodes ago, is coming along fairly well. We have 22 days to finish up just a few more walls and floor tiles, so we should be able to finish that up and get the 6 Psychic Harmonizers. So we have just finished a Fearful Building quest, and as you can see, we just got our 6 Psychic Harmonizers, which I was thinking about for a little bit, and I was like, if everyone has a Psychic Harmonizer, but the first person is happy, and, or sanguine, and they're always happy, then that means the next person with a Psychic Harmonizer will also be happy, which means they'll project their happiness to the first people with the Psychic Harmonizer, producing infinite happiness. Is that how it works, or am I like nuts? This brain implant protects a user's mood in a spherical psychic field. Okay. Anyway, it's also worth a lot of money too, so we'll probably just end up selling them all off. And I think we might have just gotten the best weapon in the game. So we just got a excellent quality charge LMG with customized glitter tech of artifact infusion and herb tech laser scope, an epic infusion. So customized glitter tech adds an extra 15% accuracy to all ranges, as well as cuts down on aiming and range cooldown by 25%, and herb tech laser scope gives an extra 5% close accuracy, 7% short, 9% medium, and 12% accuracy long. And then it drops down aiming time and range cooldown by 5. So what is its final value then? It's got... Oh, that's kind of... Okay, so it's got 58% of its shots will land close, 65 at short, 45 at medium, and 32 long. And but it shoots a lot of bullets at a time. I forgot how... There it is, 12. So 32% of the 12 shots will hit their enemies at extremely long distances. that's really powerful. Also, we had another world event, Psychic Bloom. A strong psychic pulse emitted by a long-forgotten entity changed the very genetical structure of local flora. Whilst the sky filled with a seeming endless auroras, that's pretty much constant plus 8, colorful flowers started sprouting everywhere. That's kind of nice, actually. All pawns will gain a positive mood buff for the time of the event. The rapidly spreading flowers will overgrow everything, including our fields. So, it's mostly positives in our case, because if we look at our food stocks, we have like 14,000 corn, and we can also hunt all the animals that'll come, because there's going to be a ton of food everywhere. But, so, I think that's just kind of pluses. Does it automatically show up? Or did it automatically update? Yeah, plus 14. So they get pretty much a plus 14 anytime they're outside. That's insane. So a brief update. We are starting to work heavily into the armor section of stuff. Right now, we have fully armored John, Arthur, Viper, Browning. And right now I'm just working on mainly CATAPHRACT helmets. If we go to the builds, first off, all the stuff I've queued up before. But I've queued up 5 CATAPHRACT helmets, 1 for Browning, because we already had that basic set. But anyway, 4 CATAPHRACT sets for Alligator, Barker, Starry, and Oamb. And then I queued up 5 CATAPHRACT Armor helmets for Browning, Alligator, Barker, Starry, and Oamb. Right now, we finished 2 of the CATAPHRACT helmets. Alligator's about to start on the 3rd. So that should hopefully be done by the end of today. We're also about to go on a trading trip to the Empire. We're bringing along a bunch of these miscellaneous leathers. We're also bringing along 4,000 corn, because we have too much corn. So after that final trade with the Empire, we are now allied with them, so that's actually pretty great. It means that if we are in a very dire, place, like our civilization is about to fall, we can run over to the comms console and request immediate military aid. They will come onto the map and just obliterate whoever comes. And that doesn't even count. That counts for goodwill, not, what's his name? John's special permits. Speaking of which, John is still flying over, so I'll show you guys what we got. It wasn't anything all that interesting. We got, as you can see here, 938 silver, 83 uranium, 11 advanced components, and 244 plasteel. Also, instead of King being our cyborg project, I think I'm going to make Alligator our cyborg project, just because most of the stuff she needs to be a good crafter, and if we look at her stats, she's actually getting really high in the crafting tree. 17, just to start her 17, but getting, only 3 more levels until she's max level. That's pretty great. But all of this stuff gives her a bunch of extra manipulation. Right now, because of anesthetic, it's pretty low, but both bionic arms give 125, so she'll have a cumulative extra 25% manipulation while crafting. She had a scar on her spine, so it turns out I was wrong about these spines. I thought they improved your person, like it gave extra manipulation, but that's actually a modded spine. This actually just acts as a normal spine. But these bionic legs also work as things to speed people up walking. So I think Alligator is just the most logical option to be our cyborg project. Alright, we have just recruited Gerbil the Framer, and just a refresher, she is good at melee and construction, but her traits are amazing: iron-willed, sanguine, kind. So right now, Alligator, with just her bionic legs and bionic arms, gets a extra 25% movement speed and extra 25% manipulation. And manipulation directly affects work speed. So pretty much she works 25% faster than everyone else. And just like that, all of our people now have CATAPHRACT helmets. And after some intense surgery, Alligator is now more robot than human. So Alligator, with all of her new traits, and not traits, body parts, now no longer feels pain, gets an extra 31% movement speed, 25% more manipulation, an extra 25% sight and hearing, which comes into play when you're shooting a gun, and then blood pumping directly affects movement speed. As you can see here, blood pumping 125, and then metabolism from her bionic stomach, which means I think she has to eat faster. Which kinda sucks, but it also means that her stomach is a lot tougher, meaning she probably won't die when she gets shot there. Also, I want to start creating a new spaceship, because our current spaceship can't take us all at once, so I figure we kinda need something that will. So we are gonna build ourselves the Phoenix. Oh, it's so big. 1200 plasteel. How many people can it carry? 1 to 17. That's so many people. Alright, let's see if we can build this. I don't think we're going to build it this episode. It's going to take quite a long time. So our first real threat of the day has just appeared. It is a raid from a railer. But I'm not that afraid, because if you look in the top, all of our people are in full CATAPHRACT armor. The only person who isn't still needs their locust armor as well as her laser sword. So we're still working on that, but here are the tribes people. It's quite a few. I'm still not that worried though. I think we are going to destroy them. Alright, here they come. They are pouring in. All of them. All of our people are going to get here though, so... Oh, immediately we got a new infused shield. Thank you. But yeah, I'm not all that worried. I think we're going to destroy these guys. All of our people are in the best armor. Have the best base game weapons. We have King over here with her laser sword and jetpacks. It's just a slaughterhouse. Watch them slowly get cut down. Oh, and one of our people isn't even here. So, there they go. They are now fleeing. If they can get out, you know. I don't think they should be that confident in leaving. How many so there was 51 of them to start out with. I think there's like 10 of them now, maybe? 8. Only 8 left. I think that will about wrap up this episode. We've succeeded in all my goals for this episode, and even a little bit more. I wasn't expecting to be able to recruit Gerbil, but we did, so that's pretty great. And we got all of our people into CATAPHRACT armor, which is insane. Next episode, I want to start preparations, and we might even start the final mission, which is going over to the landed ship and escaping from the planet. But with that said, if you guys did enjoy this episode, please like, share, subscribe, comment, Any support that does get us out there is very greatly appreciated. Anyways, have a great day, and goodbye.